Alright, aloha Steve. Try to go through this pretty quick here for you. Doing the loops. What you do is you get your piece of Spectra, the length that you want. And then I usually start with a tag end about that far, about 2 or 3 inches. And then I take the wire, and this is what I use for the wire. I'm sure you know that 38 pound up to 45 pounds, depending on how big the Spectra is. I use 45 usually on the 200 pound. And I just go down and weight for the lighter size Spectras. So you go in with the tag end. And I have it all measured out here already, so they all come out the same. But you go out to that length. I do about 1 foot, and then I pop the wire out right there. And then this is where you're going to make the actual loop. You have the wire. I'm sure you can't see it on there, but there's a little wire there. You take the Spectra through, and I keep my fingers on this part of it right here, and I pull that tag end through the loop, and I make it about that size. So that's going through the loop. Then I slide that down onto that loop, and then at this point I'm pulling it back through. That's where you were doubling it. I could never do that. That's just a pain in the ass. But I double it on through, and there's the tag end. Here's the loop. So at this point you can still adjust the size of the loop by pulling the line through there. If you want a bigger loop or a smaller loop, you can adjust it at this point, and you still have that tag end sticking out. So then, let's see here, which one of these has got the tag ready to go. Come back up in, I'll go down on that tag end and I'll measure it. So it's right about there, and I go about 1 inch past that, and then I take the wire and I go up into that. That's the tag end that eventually will have the whatever line it is you're putting in it go up inside. So I come up right to where that tag end comes, and I pop the wire out again, open it up, and I take the little end there and kind of go right up to the end and kind of hold it there, and then I slide that Spectra right back up onto it, and then I pull it through. And see, it's got a little loop right there, so right now it's going to tighten it down, and I pop it out, that tag end, and this will suck back up in a minute. But there's a little loop there, a little excess. So what I do is I take this loop and I'll open it up just a little bit and slide it down, and that'll take care of that excess. So it goes right to there, and then you take that slack and it just suck that little tail end right back up in there. So if you end up with it like this, where it's all tightened down and that little tag end is sticking out, you can pull just a little bit up and cut it off with your Spectra scissors, and then slide it back down, and it goes right up back up in there. So now what you got is a loop that's not going to come undone. We've never had one break, and you got the regular hollow. One more step in that is you come up to from the very end of it with your wire all the way up to where that little tag end ended, and pop out the wire, and then you pull it on down, and it ends up looking like this, where it's all kind of waffled up. But that caused the Spectra to open up, so now you can get the line up in there a little bit easier. And that may be the point where you want to use one of those needles with that bigger 400 pound or 600 pound mono that you're going to put in there. So that should do it, and then you put a whip on it and you're done. So let me check this video, see if it worked out. Aloha.